Hi, everyone. Welcome to the community classroom. This is Dr. Tracy McCarthy. We're going to be continuing with our Socratic methodology here, and we have a few more questions. Now, it is noted that not many people took the opportunity to answer the previous questions, but thank you to those who did take the opportunity to do that and also engage in some critical thinking during those discussions. While we have some other questions that are tangential, very much related to the previous questions. And so these questions revolve around the identity of those identified as Jacob or Iakov and Esau or Esau or Esau. And so the question is, which one of these entities is understood based upon your understanding as Isaac's son? And Isaac's son is related to a name. It's not is Jacob or Esau Isaac's son. It's which one of those names is the equivalent of Isaac's son. And so that would be Esau or Isa or Sax or Saka's son. And so we're going to go into why this is an important question, because many people are using these identities interchangeably, and they are actually identifying on one hand as the son or descendant of Esau, which would be one paternal line, and then simultaneously identifying as the son of Jacob, which is another paternal line. And this is pretty much tied up in some of the stuff going on historically in Europe, and then to another extent in Africa, and then also in the Americas with respect to the American Indians. So we're going to try to get a handle on this, but these are questions for you to answer, for you to entertain, for your own edification. Now, as you may recall, the word Edom, which is associated with Esau, it's another name for Esau, is also the name Edom or Adam or Edu or Edu. And so this is very interesting. This all relates to this idea of red, or ruddy and red. Now, why this is kind of complicated is because you have a number of individuals who are identifying as the quote red man, unquote, the copper colored man in terms of being in the Americas. Now, many may not be aware of this, but copper is specifically known as a red metal. It is actually the base for the other red metals. And so when you think about copper, you think about a red metal, you think about something with a red tinge, and it's so red that you can see on the screen where you see the words Edom, Adam running through it, that it's sort of coalescing into it. And so it's almost, difficult to see because the metal is red. And so this is just an interesting dynamic, because what's going on is you have individuals who are identifying as descendants of Jacob, but then simultaneously identifying themselves as the red man or the copper colored man. And so it would be helpful perhaps for you, if that is how you are identifying, to get a better understanding of why you might identify simultaneously as that which is associated with Jacob and also that which is associated with Esau. And this is just quickly giving you a little overview of what copper looks like, and you can see that it has a range there from light to dark, but you see the redness in it nevertheless. And this is a more profound, intense copper. But again, you can see how red it is. And yes, many people are this color. You see a number of people from a number of ethnic groups that present as this color. That would be great to have a critical thinking, very deep analytic discussion about this dynamic, because it is prevalent and there are lots of implications related to this confusion about who is Isaac's son. And so I want to point out, as you entertain this question about this question of Isaac's son related to Esau, Edom, Adam, is there are a number of other terms that are associated with Esau. And this is whether you're talking about Europe or whether you're talking about Africa or whether you're talking about the Americas and some other places. And those words are chief and duke. The other question to entertain as you are contemplating this dynamic is, does not Esau, Edom, and Adam equal original man? The reason this question is asked is because of the spreading out of people, the diaspora of people, certain groups of people, and there are certain individuals who refer to themselves as the original man. And so the question is, are those individuals identifying as Esau without saying Esau, or is there some other dynamic going on? But you do have a number of factors here, and in terms of a paternal line, it is not possible for a male in particular to come from two distinct male paternal lines at the same time. And so this is a question that people need to entertain, and a question that they need to answer. Remember, knowledge is power. Take care. See you soon.